Yo YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy SalvationsElite. We're back with another video, guys. And today, guys, we're talking about the 10 fixes, the 10 improvements. We're talking right to Infinity Ward here. We're talking about the 10 things that us as a community want to make Modern Warfare an incredible game. The base game itself, I still really enjoy. I like the guns. I really actually enjoy the movement. And parts of the game I really like a lot. I like gunfight, I like ground war, and I really love search and destroy competitively on this game. We're talking about the fixes that Infinity Ward needs to make Modern Warfare the greatest COD of all time. I don't know, maybe not. With that said, let's get right into it. Number one is, it's the obvious ones. It's the obvious ones at the beginning. Dead silence needs to be a perk. I'm totally fine if we still hear some footsteps if you sprint. Like, that's okay. Especially if you double sprint. Because right now, dead silence makes your double sprint completely silent when it's used. It's pretty insane in search and destroy because you can get around flanks incredibly quick and they can't hear you. That dead silence needs to be a perk too. It doesn't even fit in with like the other field orders. Like, is dead silence like a box or a shield or ammo? No, it's a freaking impossible like ability. It should be a perk. I don't know why it's not. Stop trying to make a point. It needs to be perk too. And so with number two, it's a pretty obvious one as well. You just got to reduce the overall footstep sounds, like, and make it just more realistic and logical. Like, if I'm in the cave and there's a building on the outside of the cave, I shouldn't be able to hear footsteps inside the building through the cave wall. That makes no sense. If I'm outside the building, fine. But if I'm across the street from the building, I don't know if I should be able to hear them. They definitely need to reduce the overall sound of footsteps more than they currently have. And that'll be a great fix in itself. Next thing, in pubs, you've got to be able to vote on the maps. I don't know why CODs just think they need to force us to play certain maps. Like, dude, come on now, man. Just let us vote on the maps. It's something that makes COD really fun, and everyone's always liked that about Call of Duties. Why take that away from us now? Let us play the maps we want to play. Let us vote on the maps in the lobbies. Please add that in. Number four, you just got to fix some of these maps. You got to board up some of the lines of sight. Board up a few of the windows on Grasna Raid, Euphrates Bridge, eliminate some of those lines of sight to spawn. Like, just help fix the maps a little bit more. We'll all appreciate it a lot. So the next thing is skill-based matchmaking. You've got to at least reduce the effect of skill-based matchmaking. You don't have to eliminate it. I understand that you guys want to take it easy on the first-time players and make it easier for the new players. Whatever it is, I get that. But man, for us veterans, for us guys who've been playing Call of Duty for a long time, pubs is sweaty. It's tough right now, and skill-based matchmaking makes things extremely frustrating inside pubs. So whatever you got it at right now, tune it down. Like, new 2 or 3 notches, just tune it down a little bit. We'll all appreciate it. It'll make the experience just that much better. Number 6, Claymores. We finally got to talk about them. How about just like locking them until a higher level or something? Like lock them until like level 30 or something, level 40, level 50. I'm fine to lock them as long as we need to lock them here. Like, we took a step in the right direction now that tacticals disable Claymores for a little bit. That's great. That's fantastic. But Claymores aren't fun. They're not competitive. They're not interesting. They don't add to the experience of the majority of the players. And people who use Claymores would be just as happy using something else. Why even give them that opportunity that early on in the game? It's not fun. It's not interesting. Please reduce the amount of Claymores on the map. So number 7 is the Minimap. First of all, you gotta make it a little bit bigger here, all right? I've got to like squint to see that Minimap up there in the top left. How about make it a little bit bigger for us? And please let us see enemy gunfire on the Minimap. It's kind of like a 2-for-1 on this one. It'll make life so much more interesting. It makes suppressors more interesting as well. And it would overall just make it feel more like Call of Duty as a whole. And that's all we're trying to ask for. So number 8 also involves the Minimap. When you have Ghost on, right now, if you're camping, you're not seen and nobody has any idea where you are if you have a UAV on. That needs to be fixed. Just like every other COD before, the Ghost perk shouldn't work if you're just sitting there camping. It would make the experience so much better for us as players when you've got UAVs on. You'll be able to know where these guys are camping and be able to see them playing. And because you already fixed the minimap, you'll be able to see their gunfire on the map. So you've already given the noobs a whole week and a half to have their fun. Now let us have our fun and fix the minimap and fix Ghost. So number 9 is just to increase a little bit the contrast between the player models and the terrain of the map, specifically when you're inside. So if you enter into a dark room, you do not see these players, or at long distances, it is extremely difficult to see players. And I understand that's how it is in real life. I totally understand that. I respect it. But at the end of the day, this is Call of Duty, and I want to be able to see the people I'm shooting at when they're sitting on top of the cliff out there. Just make the contrast a little bit easier to see. It doesn't have to be that much more, but like 10, 15% easier to see would be fantastic. So number 10 is pretty simple. It's nerf the shotguns and nerf the M4 just a little bit. Shotguns are overpowered and they're broken in this game. For the love of all things, please fix them. They're so bad. Playing pubs right now and getting shot by the 725 make me want to ruin myself. I hate myself every single time I die by a shotgun. I hate the world. Please reduce the amount of self-hate and pity in this world and nerf the shotgun, specifically the 725. Again, the balancing with the M4 would be nice because it feels like it's by far the best gun right now, and reducing its rate of fire by just a little bit might be enough to make other ARs feel more competitive. So I've got 3 bonus topics real quick. We got the bonus topics, I know, because there's just so many things in this game that need fixing. And number 11 is pretty straightforward and pretty obvious. Add in more maps. Right now, the maps just aren't that great. There's not that much variety. And when it comes to pubs, like, it's not that interesting. So they need to add in more maps. There's been reported that there's 40 plus maps that they've been working on, and a lot of throwback maps that'd be a ton of fun in this game, like Terminal, Crash, Shipment, Rust. So many fun maps I need to bring back as soon as possible, because let's face it, this game needs more life than it currently has this early on in the year. So number 12 and number 13 are more just competitive things. Number 12 is make trophy systems and equipment, because with competitive right now, you need something to balance all of these stuns, these smokes, and these nades, and trophy systems can do that. But right now you have to sacrifice running dead silence, the most important thing in this game, to run a trophy system. So with that said, please, Infinity Ward, make trophy systems tactical equipment. And finally, number 13, this is all the competitive community wants, is a good ranked play system. If this can happen sooner than later, that would be incredible. The Pro League doesn't start till January. You can get people warmed up into it before the Pro League starts. Please get a ranked play system in as soon as possible. It'll make the game experience for us competitive players 10 times better. So with that said, guys, that was the 10 plus things that we need to see to make Modern Warfare an incredible Call of Duty game. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys agree, comment down below, share the video, shout out to Infinity Ward, tweet at them, pray to them, whatever it takes to get these things fixed, we'll try to make happen. I really do appreciate the support, the follows, the likes, you subscribing, following on Twitter, following on Instagram, following on Twitch. All the support really does mean a lot to me. I'm trying to do this full time, and I could not do that without you guys, so I really, really do appreciate it. Please make Modern Warfare an incredible Call of Duty game, because it has the potential to be one of those guys. I'm your boy, SalvationsElite. We'll see you next time. I'm out.